Salute to you all. The brave never fall. If you hear any noises, I'm actually outdoors. Again, sometimes I like to get these in when I'm out and about and getting fresh air. It actually helps with me processing all my thoughts and my emotions to get some of these off. Some of these topics hit me right in the heart because they're like things that have been very important to me in my life and have been impactful in my life. And this one in particular is definitely one of those. Believing in yourself. And if you don't, who will? As children, in a lot of cases, we either believe we can do everything or not much. Sometimes we don't believe we can do anything at all. At least not the way we believe people think we should do them. We look at people and we say we could do that one day, but honestly, you don't know. I used to want to be an astronaut when I was a kid. I used to look up at the moon and envision myself landing on it one day. There's so many reasons why a dream like that wouldn't become possible because we don't even go back to the moon now. So even if I wanted to do it, it's impossible. I can't do it. But it's still important to dream like that when you're a child. As we grow, we get into school, get out of school, and then you actually have your pathway before you, and you kind of are presented another choice when you're a young adult. What do you want to do for a living? Not really much we can do about that as far as options because you have to do something to make money and survive and provide for your family. And for yourself, of course. So how do you want to live your life? Do you want to pick and choose what you want to do, or do you want to lead a life where you're forced to do a certain thing just to survive instead of thriving in life? What are the choices you're capable of making? That question is one that needs to be thought of as early in life as possible, in my opinion, because choices is what is the concept that shapes you as an individual. The choices you make, despite what you believe you can or cannot do, is what going to provide you the avenues to be able to do or not do. Believing in yourself is very hard. It's one of the hardest things you can do, especially if you haven't overcome what you believe you can do or believe what you want to do. I can believe that I can do a lot of things, but until I actually physically do it, it's very hard to wrap your mind around all the intangibles that are going to come along with that. You don't know it until you experience it. I'm bringing up this topic because I often have conversations with people and they say they want to do something. And I'll ask them, well, why aren't you doing that thing? You seem to be passionate about that. And their answer is always the same. I don't think I could do it. If you think about that, that's almost like a conundrum. You want to do something, you believe you can do it, but you don't think you can do it. What does that mean? And I hear that all the time. I really want to do this, but I don't think I can. So you want with your heart, but your brain's telling you can't do it. I always tell them the same thing. You need to fuse the want and the think together and start believing you can do it and go do it. Period. There is no time to waste wanting and thinking about things. Bridge them and start believing you can do it and get on the ball. I know this works because I spent so much time wanting to do this and thinking about doing that. And it wasn't until I started thinking to myself, okay, I think I could do this. So how am I going to do it? I'm going to do this, this, and this. Why do I want to do it? Because it's going to make me feel this, this, and this. All right, now I believe I can. Once that belief gets inside of you, you're going to want to achieve it. Because everybody wants to achieve something they believe they can do. Especially if it's right in front of you and you have an opportunity to do so. But I think a lot of times once that belief gets there, then people start looking around for help. They start looking around. All right, I want to do this, but I also need a little bit of help. If I don't have any help, then I can't do it. It's too hard. I need somebody to go through this with me. Wrong answer. If you want to believe you can do something, you have to overcome it yourself. There are certain things you have to overcome. You can't do everything alone in life. That is very true. But one thing you can do is you can overcome whatever it is you are supposed to overcome alone. You don't always need help. You're never going to find out who you are if you constantly have help, and especially if you're constantly looking for help. You have to find it in yourself. You have to accept the fact that you're going to fail at whatever you believe you can do. Believing you can do something doesn't come without a price. You're sacrificing a lot whenever you believe you can do something. Because if you truly believe you can do something, you're going to stop at nothing to get it. In order to stop at nothing to get it, there are certain things in your life that are going to have to be modified, discarded, changed. And a lot of people are going to get affected by that because they're not used to you doing this. It's a new goal. You have a new purpose. They don't understand that. Maybe they do understand that. Maybe they're helping you too much. It starts with you, though. Some people want to be picked up and they want their hand held and they want to be taken to the path and they want to be walked with on their journey, and they want help. They want to stop at the stop sign and say, "Can you read the sign for me? Which way is it pointing?" "Oh, over there? Let's go over there. There's a big rock in our way. Can you move that rock out of the way for me, please? Thank you. All right, let's go around it. Oh, my goodness, it's so cold. Can I borrow your jacket? Thanks. Appreciate that. I'm starving. What is that, a restaurant? Yeah. Oh, no, we don't have time to farm. Let's just go over to the restaurant. We'll make it quick." Yeah. You see what the problem is here? This person hasn't done anything for themselves. They've had help from the moment they got on the path. And then as soon as that person goes away, what are they going to do? You got to read that sign yourself. You got to move that rock yourself. You got to find a way to survive out in the elements yourself. You got to find a way to feed yourself. And you got to find a way to get to whatever it is you believe you thought you could do alone. You cannot rely on other people to drag you along and baby you on something you believe you can do. Because the only way these people are going to really truly believe you can do what you can do, they have to see that you're putting in the effort to get to your goal. Then they'll start helping you, and you would have earned that help. You can't expect people to help you if you haven't put in the effort to fulfill your own dream. If you believe you can do something, it is up to you to fulfill your own dream. It's not up to anyone else. The reward comes at the end when you know you've overcome that struggle primarily by yourself. Again, you can't do anything without some help. You're going to need some help. But the bulk of it has to be on you. No one truly will believe in you if you don't do it yourself. If they don't see that you're capable of doing it yourself, there's just simply no way. You have to take time to think about that. And depending on the goal, things can go on for years and you may not see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's not anyone else's problem. That's your problem. That's an issue that you have to deal with. It's a choice that you chose to make. You chose to go on the path, and you need to finish it. If you believe in yourself and there's something you want to obtain and there's something you know you can do in this world that is not promised to you the next day, you owe it to yourself to go through that journey, no matter how long it takes, and finish the job. The amount of focus, discipline, and purpose involved in that to get you through that, the fortitude that it takes to get through all that, all the obstacles, all the failures, it's not fun. So making a choice to overcome something is hard. It's a hard choice to make. But that's a victory right there the moment you say, I can do this. Especially when you can trust yourself to do it. That's where self-love and discipline falls into place right there. Once you have those two things, you're already on the right path. Now you just have to prepare your mind and your body for all the little surprises that are going to come ahead that you have no idea the magnitude of. You have to be prepared for some of the people who are going to enter your life and the people that are going to exit your life. All the unexpected things are going to pop up on that journey. But ultimately, none of that matters, because if you believe yourself to be able to get through this, you're going to be just fine. You have to trust yourself. No one will trust you if you don't trust yourself, and no one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. I just see so many people waste opportunities because they don't think they can do something that they want to do, because they have no belief in themselves and they have no trust in themselves. They have to make up excuses to get out of it. They second guess themselves, they doubt themselves, and they just waste an opportunity to overcome something, or at least attempt it. Nobody says you have to succeed. I always felt that if you believe you can do something, even if you fail at what you believed you could do, that belief wasn't wasted. You chose to believe in yourself that you could do something. And no matter what happens, you learned a ton on that journey. You just didn't cross the finish line. But look at all the stuff that you experienced on the way. Don't think all that stuff is garbage. It's not garbage. There's probably stuff you left back there that you need to go back and pick up, that you thought wasn't important until you didn't succeed. Now all of a sudden those are the pieces that are important. Go back and pick them up and go walk across the finish line. It's your obligation to walk across that finish line, or you get as close to it as you possibly can. You owe it to yourself to do that. You don't owe it to anyone else but yourself. Think of how it's going to feel when you've accomplished something that you thought you couldn't do, that you wanted to do, and then you mustered up the courage to do it, and you actually did it, and people were so proud of you, they trusted that you would finish it because you were so determined, and you had such self-discipline and self-love and purpose and fortitude and focus, relentless pursuit of what you wanted. Think how that's going to feel when you set a goal and you accomplish it. And you can say, I did it. On to the next one. Why not? Start today. Time is not promised to you. You make the most of it. You feel like you can do something, go do it. It's your life. You have to take it in your hands, and you have to pick up the ball and start running. You have to get on the path and start walking. Spread your wings and fly. It's all corny sounding stuff, but it's very real stuff. It's called motivation. You got to give yourself the motivation. See that finish line. See that you've already done it. See that you already won. Start celebrating now. You've already done it. You just have to start. It'll be over before you know it. The fun is getting through the journey. It's not visualizing the journey and doing nothing with the vision. Make that vision become real. Start walking. Keep walking. And you don't stop until you've crossed that finish line. If no one has told you this today, I love you. You deserve to hear that. Salute to you all. The brave never fall.